This video was sponsored by Enhance, Neowatt, A Better Road Planner, Elbilmek, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? This is the MG ZS EV from 2019. We are now in Cheongdao, and we purchased this secondhand not long time ago. And then not long after I started using it, I noticed that the left headlight is kaput. So then instead of using the original, I went for this aftermarket Hella. Yeah, bought it from Lazada. So it was around 1400 baht, not that expensive. And then it's supposed to be a lot brighter. The only minus is that it's 6500 Kelvin. I think I want something like 4500 Kelvin. So 6000 might be a bit cold, but well, we're gonna see now. So I will do some DIY, try to replace this myself. I've seen that it's not that hard. So, I mean, how hard can it be, right? Daddy. Yes, Isabel, you wanna help me? Yeah, okay, let's go. Okay, here we see the two, they are not technically bulbs, but LED lights. Comes with some parts. It's supposed to just be plug and play. They also included some of these. I wonder if that's for interior lights. Okay, I'm gonna check that out later, but yeah, so supposedly we just plug these right in and then it should work, right? Let's see, one, you have to twist it and then there's something in there, and then you do this and then you put it in and then you click it on something. Make sure that the diameter of the opening rear cover's headlamp is at least 60 millimeter. Okay, before I start, I need to put on my Mr. DIY gloves, size 9. So first you twist it up to the side, and then you can pop it open. There, so the cover is open. Remove that, and then you need to finger in here to get the light out. I think you have to twist the thing. Oh shit, this is hazardous, man. This edge is kind of sharp. I don't want to cut my wrist here on it. Gee. Maybe I should let the experts do this. Okay, that's strange because this side here comes up a lot easier. So I don't know what's up with the other side. I need to change this side first. Then let me see. Oh, it's loose, but I just have to carefully take it out. Finally, I got it out on the right side. Holy macaroni. Does this even fit? Huh? Dude. Well, it is kind of the same, but it's freaking big on the back here. Well, it's supposed to work on the ZS EV. Well, at least this has a super clumsy plug here. This is possibly slightly better, so what about the connectors? I hope it fits. Let's try on the right side. Let me just see if it physically fits in the hole. Well, it kind of fits there. I hope it has enough heat area to let the heat out, and then how to somehow squeeze this in. Seems like there is no polarity here. Well, actually the other had a notch there. What does it matter though? I guess just 50% chance then. Okay, the kids are impatient, they are hungry. I finally got in one side. I think I'll need to deal with the other side later. But yeah, it should be within spec. There's supposed to be at least 1 centimeter clearance to here. So, okay, we can just close this. Finally, I got it out. Yeah, next day. It's better to do it in the morning when it's not so hot outside. And here you see the old light bulbs. The left side was kaput. Right side was still working, but not very strong. Plus that, who knows when that will go kaput also. So now we're gonna see how good is the upgrade. Okay, this is interesting because now the high beam is on. Kind of hard to show you, but it seems to be this divider here, and then you have light there and light there. I think that's because of the nature of the LED. It shines on both sides and hits the reflector. But I was wondering, does the does the position of the LED matter? Seems like it matters, because here it just happened to be the same. It would be, I mean, shouldn't it be opposite if there was something like that? Or maybe it's just that the spread on the halogen is more uniform, but here we have that weird pattern. But then how the heck am I supposed to adjust it? There you can see it better. And on this side, okay, let's wait until nightfall. And then we have these LEDs that came with the package here, for free. I wonder if it goes here, because these interior lights, wait, I need to, these interior, oh shit, man, every time you start the car, it plays the music, freaking annoying, man. But anyway, these interior lights, they are quite yellow, and they are also somewhat dim. Yeah, if I can upgrade them, that'd be great. So I think you can just, I don't know, try to pop it open like this. I also saw a YouTube video about a dude doing it. Yeah, and then here, look at this. Mew. Wait, how is this? Yeah, you remember when we were in China, wifey forgot this, or lost this case somewhere. So now she has a new one, but it's not original. Can you tell it's not original? Oh, finally, I found out, watched some videos. There was one dude, he was poking out on this side, but it's quite hard. But if you want to do the DIY replacement of adding some LED strip, I'm probably not going to do that. You have to poke out this part here, so it comes off. I use this prying tool I got from Enhance, for installing the OBD commander thingy. So what you do is you poke it open here, and once it's open, then it's a lot easier not to disconnect there. And yeah, so probably here on each side there are some clips. So now it should be easier to pop out this. Okay, I didn't bother taking out that. It was freaking hard, man. I don't know. Everything in DIY is so hard. It was probably designed to be clipped in, but not designed to be taken out that easily. So I don't know, you're supposed to carefully push the pin here, and then what if it slips and then and then here also there are some clips you push, and then you have to push the other side, and then finally this piece comes off. But now we have the bulbs here, and then I need to safely remove them. Dude, everything is so hard. Either I'm a weak sauce, or this is not for me. Yeah. Helvete, come on. I don't want to break anything here. Finally, I removed it. So here's the light bulb. This is the LED. They have the exact same dimensions. Also on this side, seems to be the same, more or less. But of course, the halogen, it works any direction, but the diode needs to be in one direction. We can just try and fail. There's only 50% chance to fail. Wait, if you turn it on now. There, okay. Now it's on, okay. No, wait, the other direction? There, okay, yeah. Alles gut. Man, I have trouble fitting them because the left here is the all, and when I feel it, it's flatter than the new. The new has this weird shape, so it's harder to fit it in. Man, no wonder why I was struggling. It's bigger than the original. Oh, finally, we got it in. There. New versus old. Well, the new doesn't seem to be that much brighter. It just has a different color temperature and seems to be quite cold. Ah, shit. Alright, it's now evening, and this is what it looks like. It looks a lot brighter and also actually more pleasant. Yeah, this is nice. I was afraid it would be too blue, but it seems to be okay. Now compared to other lights, like here, this is probably around 2800 Kelvin. Then, yeah, okay, what about house light? Yeah, so it's actually okay temperature. And then let me show you. Okay, so now it's low beam and then high beam. Oof, okay, so, oh, it's bright. You can hear the click. Because from what I know, it uses just one element that is always on. So there is just a cover. Actually, this is the same as my BMW E61. It was also like this. But I noticed something interesting. There is light leaking out on that side. Huh? I was like, huh? What, really? So you can see it here when you move here, roughly. And then suddenly there, it shines to the side. Yeah. So did I incorrectly install this, or is it just gonna be like this? And now we are outside. You see what it looks like. So reason why I show outside here and not inside the car is that inside we have tint. So then it looks a bit darker. But then what about, okay, what about high beam? Whoa, look at that. Let me just get an impression here. I mean, the car will just adjust for it. This is nice and bright. Wow. Nice upgrade. Didn't cost too much. You could do it yourself. Huh? Wait, let me check something then. What about the leaking in the side? Yeah, you can see it here. It leaks on the right side and also on the left side. Yeah, then it's more visible there. And the interior lights, well, actually, after I tried it for a while, it actually seems brighter than the old. Yeah. And also, it has a more pleasant, whiter, yeah, more natural. Even though, I think this was supposed to be, well, actually, I didn't see the spec, but I wonder if it's also around 6,000. Let's see, compared to the headlight. Yeah, you see, seems to be similar color temperature. But, oh, that is a nice upgrade. Now we can actually see stuff in here. So there you guys have it. Mr. DIY, yes. Nice upgrade. Next step will be to buy some, well, just aftermarket, well, actually battery-driven, like snap-on thing for the rear there, because what is lacking in the ZS EV is light in the back there. So, yeah, I'm blessed with that. My wife also agrees with me with these upgrades. So she orders them on Lazada, a Thai website similar to maybe Amazon or eBay, right? And the lights there, they were only around 200 baht each, and I don't know how much is that, 8 euros each or something. So yeah, hopefully that'll be great. Also see how it goes. And actually next step is to remove the tint here. It's shite, and we're gonna get some proper tint, either Lumar or something similar from Lamina film in Bangkok. Then I have to drive one epic trip to Bangkok with Dolomon to get it fitted and then drive back again. Yeah, but okay, anyway, that's gonna be for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later. And now I actually don't look like a lobster anymore. Oh, great!